Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Sonny here, coming at you guys with another Neverwinter video. And by the title and thumbnail, obviously you already know why you clicked on. But let me get my money real quick. Look at this, I'm lagging though today. Starting off lagging in Neverwinter, isn't that something new? But I'm not sure what the title is actually going to be. Pretty much I'm going to be breaking down the dungeons that you should be running. So probably something along the lines of most profitable dungeons, in my own opinion. Like I always say, if you're new around here, hit that like, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. But without further ado, enough chip chat. Let's just jump straight into it. Now, I want to just point this out that running your trial and epic queue, there's nothing that's going to beat that. Okay, you get 23 grand, and then you get 34,000. Plus, if you're a tank, you get the bonus. Here again, you get the bonus. It could be a tank, cleric. Usually it's not DPS that get the bonus. Either usually a healer or the tank get that bonus. But definitely try to run these at least once a day. I mean, you come on, you get 50k. You get half your refinement right here, plus the money from the chest. So right there, these two right here are the most profitable dungeons, no matter what dungeons you get. Okay? But moving on probably to what you guys think I mean. Obviously, let's start with the biggest one in my opinion, okay? This is probably hands down the best dungeon to run if you can get a group together, and that is Tower of the Mad Mage. Obviously, not everybody has access to this dungeon, meaning you guys can't run it consistently, or for some cases out there, I know people who still haven't even beaten it yet. So, this is one of those things where I have to put it on the top list, but unfortunately, it's not accessible to everybody. But if you can run this, you can get this dungeon done 14 minutes. You can get rings for hundreds of thousands. The legendary rings right now, I believe some of them are still a couple million. It could be changed now because the dungeon has been out for a while. But some of these, the better ones, right? This is not a bad one. 700k, 800k, right? These ones are a couple million. So it just depends on honestly which one you get. But even the epic variants, you can get a couple decent price for that. So in terms of profitability, that has to be the best dungeon, because you can get rings, you can get rank 6 enchanting stones, you get your Astral diamond, you get 2 chests, and you can make the free keys by just doing the under mountain, which is right here, and you can just buy one a day. Now I actually stopped buying these because I actually have so many, but I just can't find groups to run them. Look at this, I got 106 tower fucking keys. 106. If I was to run this dungeon 106 times, I wouldn't have to worry about money for a while. But so in terms of profitability, that's a no-brainer. Cradle of the Death God. I'm going to start with the trials first. This is another no-brainer. Quick 10 minutes. You can bring in suboptimal groups, 1 healer, 2 healers, no tanks, DPS. I mean, you can't fall off. It's pretty much guaranteed beat as long as you aim the heads right and you just kill the gelatinous cubes in the right corner, which everybody should know how to do anyway. But this is another one. You beat it in 10 minutes. You can get two chests. You can get rank 6 enchanting stones. You know what I mean? You can get the coalescent wards, the quickling. I believe that's still going for like quite a decent penny, which is the companion for healers. So right then and there, that's another one. Honestly, yeah, that's going for 900k. And, people still want that outgoing healing, so that's a no-brainer for any cleric out there, or heal it in. Moving on next. These ones, I really wouldn't bother with. Rides of Tiamat and Assault on Swarborg. I wouldn't run these. Now, you can get these in the trial queue, and then at that point, it's still the most profitable dungeon. But even demo, alright? You can get a quick demo in. Running demos, easy money. You can make these keys every day right here in the Under Mountain campaign. Underdark. I just mixed these up. I said Underdark for this and it was Undermountain. Now I said Undermountain for this and it's Underdark. But yeah, you can make a greater demonic key every day, once a day. You can run e-demo, get in and out of there 15 minutes minus. You know what I mean? So those right there are quick, easy trials. Moving on to dungeons. Now the problem here is it's Dungeons and Dragons, but there isn't too many dungeons that are profitable to run in this game. Like I said, whatever comes from the epic is going to give you the most money, but in terms of afterwards, you got to put LOM in the list. You can get this done 20 minutes. Like I said, you can get rank 6 enchanting stones. You can make the key for free, so you don't even have to spend money on legendary keys. You could pretty much get as far as I know, you can get everything in this chest, besides, of course, the rings from Tom. But other than that, it's free game. Now, it is all RNG based, okay? That is the one thing about Neverwinter, right? The only thing that's guaranteed is the 2 chests and the Astral diamonds that come from them. And that's the problem with making this video too, because there's just not enough data out there, because RNG is so inconsistent. And I looked up some information online, and Neverwinter will not disclose out any type of numbers. Rainer does a really good job with the lock boxes, but it's still, you know, somebody can open 10,000 or whatever, and they could get half of what he got. It's just all RNG based, so it's really hard. Castle Ravenloft, stay away. Now, the Infernal Citadel, as you can see, I don't have it unlocked, so I can't even put it as a ranking. But from what I understand, it's a pretty shitty dungeon in terms of drop rates. Tom is better, I think. Even Lam might be better now. That might be a stretch, but, you know, from what I hear, the drop rate from this dungeon is pretty shitty. So even when I unlock it, I wouldn't put it too high up on the tier list. Tomb of the 9 Gods, you can't really go wrong there. Another one, if it's rank 6 enchanting stones, you can pull them from there. Plus, you can make free keys. All these places I'm naming, you can make a key for. Plus, you can make money. And saving money so you don't buy legendary keys is profitable in itself, right? Every 250, you got to buy 5 keys. Well, if you can make these keys and then one day out of the week just run them all out, you just saved 250 Zen, you know? So right there in itself, that's profitability. Moving on, Spell Plague Cavern, stay away from. Takes a little bit too long in my opinion, and the margin for profit isn't there. Fanbreaker Island, not something you want to consistently run. Let me just skip around so I don't make this video too long. Lair of the Lost Mount. This is one that actually gets slept on. And you could probably duo or solo this, depending. You know, I believe people can still solo things. But you want to run Lair of the Lost Mount because you can actually get these utility slots, right? And these utility slots go for a lot of money because people want them. The greater white is the one you really want to get. And if you could pull this, let me just see how much it is. That's about 9 grand. But you want these because they give you 800 power and the combat time of 2 hours. So this is just profit right here from getting these. Obviously, they have different colors. They have blue, red, all different ones. And they all sell for a couple thousand a piece. So even though the profit margin for this dungeon is a little bit smaller than compared to the other ones, usually you're going to pull those graders from the chest. And you get 2 chests, right? You get the diamonds. And it's a quick dungeon, right? Castle Never... that one's hit or miss. I've heard some people say that they actually got really good RNG from there, but in my personal opinion, stay away from it. Other than that, there's not too many that I would say go farm, and I don't want to make this video too long. So honestly, in terms of dungeons, the ones you want to really go after is Lair of the Mad Mage, unfortunately. You know, Tomb of the 9 Gods and Lair of Lost Mount. Now, the Infernal Citadel, it's the newest dungeon, so if you need your gear, obviously that would be the most beneficial, but maybe not the most profitable. And for your trials, Tower of the Mad Mage is #1 in terms of profitability. Cradle of the Death God, in my opinion, would be second. And then Demo's not a bad third choice option. There is not any skirmishes that I would say you want to consistently farm here. You know, obviously you can get them from the trial here, but even then, you know, I only run the top 2. These 2, in my opinion, ain't worth it. Sometimes skirmishes can take longer than they have to be just because it just depends on what group you get put up with. So if you're spending 15 minutes in a skirmish, that's too long. That is way too long because sometimes you got to do it by yourself. And the profitability is not there for that one. So I avoid these 2, to be honest. Even the dungeon, even the dungeon queue can take 10 minutes, sometimes more, because you're waiting. And you're losing money when you're waiting. So stay away from those things. But also let me know in the comments below. Maybe there's a dungeon or trial that I missed that you guys run that's low-key profitable. Or maybe you don't want to reveal your secrets out there to the community of Neverwinter. Anyway, it has been your boy Sonny here, and I will check you guys out in